Temple of Telos. We're at home.
We are trespassing, friend. This is an animal home.
This will teach you. Stupid red guard. I will read these books later. I don't want to steal anything from the priests.
Name's Nils.
Come on.
I'm the cook
Just
up at
stoke the
Candlehearth
fire.
Hall.
Take a seat and get the cold out.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too.
If you say so.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
I'd appreciate it if you don't bother my wife, Tova. She's still in mourning. Our little girl died recently. I've been shouldering my days with strong mead, but nothing gives my Tova peace. I've been looking for an amulet of RK to remind my wife that our child is with the gods now, but I can't find one. Thank you. I hope RK grants my wife some comfort. Thank you. Here, I always pay my debts. It's all in the swing. Let me show you. Please forgive my mood. I'm still coming to terms with my daughter's death.
Who died? Who is this daughter of theirs?
How can Elda hate the Dark Elves when she knows so little about them?
Why do you think she knows little about them? Maybe it's you who knows little about them.
You didn't hear it from me, but if you want a real drink, try the Corner Club in the Grey Quarter. See you around, handsome.
If it's a mercenary you're looking for, you found him. There's no stronger sword arm for hire in all Skyrim. Best not to walk the roads of Skyrim alone.
I still can't believe Isabella's gone. She was such a helpful young lass. Now, more than ever, the world needs tales of heroism.
That's true.
What do you want, milk drinker?
Your drinker is your mother.
You a dark elf lover? Get out of our city, you filthy piece of trash.
Yeah. couldn't be more wrong.
Don't like it? Too bad. This is our city. Ours! Don't think I can take you? 100 septims say I can punch you back where you came from.
I agree with you.
All right? Fists
Still,
only.
there
None
is
of
no
that
way
magic stuff either. Let's go.
of speaking to me.
Come on. Somebody help. Let's see what you're made of.
You need to be taught some manners.
Those fools are actually fighting.
That wasn't a fair swing.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. Here. Good to see you again, friend. Wouldn't surprise me. They've done nothing to help in the fight for Skyrim's freedom. Those Thalmor are elves too. I bet they're working together. Maybe I should round up some men and take us a few prisoners to interrogate. They're parasites. They're living in our city under our protection. But what do they do for us? Nothing. I know the High King invited them here, but he didn't ask me or anyone else first. Maybe he should have. Watch out some grayskin doesn't pick your pocket.
Well, they're refugees, because Morrowind and Skyrim are next to each other. If there was another country between them, then yeah, they wouldn't be refugees anymore. Because they are refugees only in the first.
Yeah?
In the first country that is next to theirs.
If you've got some time, stop by my House of Curiosities. I promise you'll see wonders.
This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor. Here, take a look at this.
Warning to squatters.
Did you see the candle above the fire upstairs? It was lit 163 years ago, back when this building was the home of a grand warrior named Wundheim. When word came that he'd fallen, his son Draugr lit the candle in his honor. Nobody knows why it still burns. Magic? Goodness, not here. Nothing dangerous like that. That's all kept to that college up in Winterhold. Better that than dealing with Ulfric's wizard like some do. Take a look. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
My sister and I once traveled the world to assemble our collection. Such adventures we had.
What? All right, speak. I'll take on any challenger. All I need is a name. I don't like company. Never amounted to anything. Most people talk, and I don't like what they have to say. It ain't nothing I can put my finger on. Just seems like the more I get to know someone, the more they're having a laugh. Only I ain't laughing. I don't get it. I'm a strong Nord woman. I don't see what's so funny. No, that ain't it. Not one person here will say I ain't tough. It's something else they don't respect. Huh. As if I care what they think. I am. One of the best in all of Skyrim. Got a punch that'll break iron, and a chin like Skyforged steel. Definitely. I've beaten everyone you know, and people you've only heard of. Huh. You got trouble with someone? Settle it with fists, not catapults. Yeah, I got a story or two worth telling. I fought all sorts. Soldiers, miners, sellswords, and even a priest. Some old imperial priest, a cottonbelly from Cyrodiil, come here to preach against the war. I found him in my seat one night, whining about the clouds. Something about not being able to see the stars that night. I said, "You want to see some stars? You keep crying like a thumb drinker, and I'll show you some stars." He stood up, but he didn't walk away. I didn't expect that. I said, "Doors that way, Granddad." But he never took the offer. He gets up real close, but I don't smell any meat on his breath. Then he looks me straight in the eye and puts his coin purse on the counter. 100 septims, he says. Next thing I know, chairs are being cleared on the second floor, and the old priest's rolled up his sleeves. We went at it for a good 10 minutes. I kept waiting for him to cheat me with his fancy magic, but the old Imperial took his beating like a Nord. It's a date. 100 gold. Winner take all. Good. Fists only. You use magic, I break your neck.
Please, someone do something.
Get him. Kill him.
Hey, watch what you're doing!
Wait a second.
My money's on the big one.
Fools are actually fighting.
You're just going to stand there and take it? Fight back!
Yeah. I couldn't move because of this pillar next to me. I got stuck here. Maybe better luck next time. But she is strong, I have to admit. I will come back later for a rematch. I'm still getting damaged. Oh, I'm bleeding. My head is bleeding.
Can't just throw the big logs on the fire. Gotta have the little bits, too.
So much that I can't even use the cooking pot. It's never happened before. I use the poultice on my head, but it's still bleeding. I would need a bandage. Trauma is still there, but it will heal soon. My head injury is healed, but my toxicity is 100%. One minute left. Seconds.
I've been a bit out of sorts since our daughter was taken from us.
Got some fresh baked bread and good cheese if you're after a bite to eat. Enjoy your stay, and don't break nothing.
150 septims for a room. Windhelm is a very expensive place, it seems. I will camp outside, but I need some firewood to keep me warm. Hello, Rinori.
Please, leave me be. I don't want any trouble. I'm sorry. I just want to be left alone. I know, but I don't know much about the city. I'm new here, like you. Just the market. Of all pities me. The meat is fresh and never cooked. I can't afford to. It has to be raw. I like the shrine, and I don't like sunsets. The sky flushes with color, and it reminds me of things. I like it. I mean, I like knowing that we're all dust in the end. It comforts me. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are. It all whittles away. It's strange when certain creatures are made. I've heard their insides are turned to dust, like corpses returned to time. But their flesh, It's ageless, as if time forgot them, and I don't know which part is unreal. If I told you someone I knew was taken by a vampire, would that mean he was alive? So that means he's dead. They're all dead, even if they're alive.
Don't mind me, I'm fine.
Not long. I haven't found a place yet since we left Morrowind. They have beds at Candlehearth Hall, but the people aren't very friendly. But Ambrose lets me stay at the corner club. There aren't any beds, but I don't sleep much anyway. It isn't fatigue. Jorah said it was shock. After all that's happened, sometimes the words, they get caught in my throat. I'm sorry. It's just, it hurts to talk about it. Feltus wasn't brave. He was stupid. Always rushing in. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't need to hear this. Yes, the growth has been so slow. They say that Vardenfell was once a place of many wonders and far less sorrow. I am comforted by your words, but I am saddened too. While life will return, I will never get to see the cantons of Vivek City. He was my brother, my fraternal twin, but the only thing we shared was her birthday. He was brash. He never listened. When we were children, he'd use illusion spells to steal sweets from the cupboard. When the elders forbade destruction magic, he would rush me to the neighbor's yard and set fire to the chickens. The elders blamed me. I was the responsible one. They said I was supposed to stop him, that it was my fault. They were right. No, it's all my fault. I was supposed to look after him. I was the mature one. We had just crossed the border to Refugees' Rest. Father read the decree. Mother placed mountain flowers by the shallow grave markers. Only Feltus didn't care about graves and monuments. It was already an hour past midnight. He shouldn't have gone on ahead. He was so excited. We heard him calling through the darkness. He could see the lights from the dock, and if you squinted, you could almost see the outline of the palace. Father chased after him. Mother and I followed. We passed Hollyfrost Farm just as Felda started to cross the river. He hopped on a large ice floe by the bank. I thought he'd slip. Mother hollered at Feldas to be careful. He just stamped his feet. Then, it all happened so fast. The floe, it didn't crack. It didn't even make a sound. It just came straight through the ice like a ghost.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
It was a hand. When Feldas hit the floor, the ice broke. He fell in, and Father went in after. Mother was screaming, and I just froze. We were standing on the embankment when more of them, they came right out of the snow. I felt a hand. It was cold, so cold, and I fainted. They say my blood turned hot as fire, but all I remember was the frigidness of that hand. I woke up inside the temple. Jorah was whispering a prayer. I felt so strange, so weak. Lortham said a Nord named Brunwolf saved me when the guards did nothing, by himself.
He lied.
I was the only one he could save.
Also, the guards helped you.
The priest put a gold towel to my brow.
Brunwolf is just virtue signaling.
It almost felt like he was sneering at me. He was telling me it was my fault, my burden. I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
May your road lead you to warm sands.
The road makes this one weary.
I welcome you, friend. How may I serve you? He hired the others and paid for my goods. I am allowed to run the caravan, but I pay Rissad a percentage of my profits. I say this without bitterness, for it was Rissad who saved me from a life of servitude aboard a trading ship. I am grateful to have a life that I do now. It is a far cry from my days as an orphan on the streets of Corinth. Quite the opposite, in fact. The soldiers are some of our best customers, for we offer supplies and wares they cannot obtain by other means. It was Rissad's idea to come here now, while the land is in turmoil, where others saw only danger, he saw opportunity. I hope that you will come to do business with us again.
Hmm? Just leave me all the food.
Good side of far I have traveled to bring you this fine goods. Come, let's see what I offer.
Hi there.
We could always use help picking crops if you need a few extra coins.
Farmers. A stomach's best friend. Raise the cattle, raise the chickens. If they raise torkers, they'd practically be divines.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't see many strangers out here. Come to get your hands dirty on a real farm? Honest pay for honest work. Aye.
Starting to get too old to work all day. But hopefully Master Halalu will let me slow down a bit.
Master Cruelty comes and works the field sometime. I don't think the mistress likes it. She won't come out here to catch him. I'm getting out of here.
There is someone in the distance. A rider. A worker to the left. It's an undead rider. I'm going to need silver to defeat him. And more silver. They are very strong, I have to let Gore tank them. They're killing the worker. One less problem for me. Retreat. One less. Let's kill the other one. Now we just have to finish it off. He fled. Good. Corundum, Orvain. There was a third one. The worker killed it. I will return to deal with these skeletons. But I'm very cold now. I need to warm up by a fire. Ooh, a beast. Huge beast. Now this saber cat is huge.
I'm right behind you. What do you want me to carry? Lead on.
We're saved. Got here just in time.
and all can be yours.
Thanks to some wine.
Far I have traveled to bring you these fragments. Come and see them.
They don't react to my presence. I don't know how strong they are. Let's find out. Oh, they are very weak. They are extremely weak. I didn't need the ghost wolf. But better safe than sorry.
Still here. What do you want me to carry? You lead. I'll follow.
Hermir's become a decent smith. Like to think I had a hand in that. Of course I am. What do I look like, a tavern wench? Don't let my words cut you too deep. I've just been working the forge too hard, trying to set this sword right. Jarl wants it to look like an ancient blade. High Queen Fridis ruled over Windhelm in the Second Era, and her sword was legendary. Getting the real sword would be even better than making a copy, but no one wants to risk getting it from its resting place. If you find that sword, traveler, I'd be grateful. Every bit as sharp as what you'll find in Whiterun. I respect Jorland, but he has the good fortune to work the Sky Forge. Something about the fires. Their steel just holds tighter, if that makes any sense. I don't see these troubles as business. This is a labor of honor. To bring Ulfric his rightful glory, I would hammer 1,000 shields. Shore's bones. I might just have to. don't forget, you find Queen Freydis' sword, I'll reward you.
Cookware, knives, and other goods for the home, all at reasonable prices.
Assorted
Fresh
fruits and vegetables, all delicious and affordable.
Working in Windhelm is great. I get to see Ulfric up close. Every Nord should admire Ulfric. He fights for all of us. In fact, he's the reason I chose to learn the smithing trade. I want to make weapons and armor for the great Stormcloak army. Smithing isn't the most exciting thing for me, but we all have to lend a hand as best we can. If a Stormcloak uses one of my swords to strike down an Imperial soldier, then I've done my part to free our land. A word of advice, don't buy discounted armor.
I made my fortune as a sea captain, but now I'm retired. Well, nothing. At least not anymore. Folk just call me that because of what I used to do. I was a sailor for many a year. I made my coin as a trader, and in time, I bought my own ship. When I retired here in Windhelm, most folk already knew me as Captain Lonelygale, and the name just stuck. There's an author named Adonato staying at the inn. He's published a few works of historical fiction. The clans Shattershield and Cruelsea see most of the gold that passes through the city. And obviously you have Ulfric, the Jarl and future High King. Oh, and that busybody Viola Giordano. She's got her nose in everyone's business, which I guess is one way of being prominent. If you're looking to pass the time, you can give Calixto a few septims and gawk at whatever oddity he's come across lately. If you're in need of goods, there's a market. If it's a soft bed and a hot meal you're after, there's Candlehearth Hall. Fair winds and calm seas. That's an old sailor's party. Yes?
Need a ride? It's an old city, I can tell you that. The Palace of the Kings is ancient. It's not the friendliest place for outsiders. The Dark Elves were all forced to live in a slum called the Grey Quarter. The Argonians can't even live inside the walls. They're all stuck out on the docks. Still, Candlehearth Hall's got decent food and cheap bunks. You could do worse.
Bunks aren't cheap.
Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off. I can't wait here forever. There once was a hero named Ragnar, the red who came riding to right from front.